Good day, everyone. It is Matt McGall with 330 to go high school football show, and I am currently joined by Aurora head coach Bob Mihalik. Coach, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Doing real well. So you are our game of the week. You are going to be taking on the 9-0 Highland Hornets, but you yourself are sitting at 9-0. Coach, as you put that in perspective, I want to put you in the DeLorean. We're going to go back in time. We're going to go back to the summer and when you were gearing up for this season. Where were you then to where you are now? How can you put that in perspective?
Well, that's a good question. We were cautiously optimistic. You know, we had 6 starters back on both sides of the ball, and that's unusual for Aurora. We're usually a senior-dominated football team, as we are this year. So we had some high expectations. You know, we're defending league champs. We made it to the Sweet 16 in D3 last year. So with all those guys coming back, we had some high aspirations. So you know, everything's got to go right to be 9-0, you know, and
Absolutely.
But we had expectations that we could be sitting here, and we are.
Absolutely, you are. Sitting 9-0 is not easy to do at any point. Like you said, throughout the year, you have injuries, you have, in and out stuff you just can't control, how the story plays out. So your defense, though, has been something to talk about this year, not giving up a lot of points, a few shutouts throughout the season. What is that a testament to? Where's the leadership coming on that side of the ball?
Well, I think we're good at all three parts of the defense. We're good up front. We're good, on the second level, and our DBs are doing a great job as well. Our DBs do a great job in getting involved with the run game. And getting that 8th, 9th guy in the box at times to stop some of these tough running teams, and they're athletic enough as well to cover in the secondary with some of the passing games we've seen. Our 2 inside linebackers, Cole Walton and Tommy Tardabini, have been outstanding all season. And you got a guy like Lucas Manderbach on the defensive line. He's got an offer from Army, West Point, and also Youngstown State, Lehigh, and some other places. So,
awesome.
And we're good at all 3 levels. So, I think we're giving up 7 points a game, but about half of those points have been from our backups, in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So our defense has played really well.
It's a nice problem to have, Coach, because especially as you look even into next year, those guys are getting quality varsity minutes. But not to be confused with how dominant the defense has been. The offense is putting up a tremendous amount of points week in and week out. Coach, tell me about that side of the ball. How are you doing that?
Well, it starts up front. We had 3 returning starters on the offensive line, and they've shown great leadership, and the other 2 guys doing a great job. So that 5 core, Reed Acombs, our center, our 2 guards are Ewan D. Akers and Tyler Haynes. Tackles Brody Markle and Matthew Copley, and those 5 guys, just playing well together. I've joked they have their little calls and little code words they use. I don't even know what the heck they're talking about half the time. But they communicate to themselves, and they know what's going on. And you had our tight end Alex Brooker, who's more like a 6th offensive lineman who can also catch the ball. And those guys have been so tremendous up front. Our quarterback Ryan Dwyer hasn't been sacked in 9 games, and I knock on wood every time I say that. But that's an unbelievable stat. To not have one sack in 9 games, and that's a credit to our offensive line.
The offensive linemen, they far too often they don't get enough credit. I think those are the guys down in the trenches that pretty much make everything go. So, and then also, Coach, for you to talk about a tight end. Not as common as it was, as we go back 10 years, 15, 20. Tight ends were always a significant part of the offense. Now everyone wants to spread it out, but I think that kind of is a testament to how demanding you guys are in the physicality of what you guys bring to the to the game currently this season. With that being said,
even when we get into our spread stuff, we expand and contract. We'll be in some 10 personnel, 11, and we'll be in some 2-3 tight end sets. But even when you're in those things, you still want to be physical. Even when there's no tight ends on the field, we want to be a physical football team and be able to run the ball.
And you guys definitely have done that. That's definitely going to be something that needs to be on the table as you guys get ready for Highland this Friday night. Coach, tell me about where you have your team sitting with their mind frame heading into that game Friday night, where everything's, for the title for the league championship is on the line, and you guys are gearing towards that.
Yeah, it's a big game, one of the biggest in Northeast Ohio. Obviously, 2 9-0 teams. We're just trying to make it business as usual. We tell our kids that we work hard every week. We prepare the same way every week, no matter who you're playing. But obviously, this is a little extra this week, going against a team for the league title. What's kind of nice, I think we're the underdogs in this game, and we've told our kids that even though we won last year, even though we're 9-0, most prognosticators, you look at like all the mathematical sites, we're anywhere from 4 to 7 point underdogs. So I think we enjoy that, and it gives us something to prove that people still might not believe.
Especially when you, like you said, you get into such a high profile game this point of the season. It's not bad playing the underdog role. So right. I completely agree with you. But even if it's flipped, I think you guys have the ability, like you said, defending champs. Year in, year out, you sign up to do this. I want to know a little more. What's your driving force behind why you're signing up year in, year out to go out there, sacrifice your time, and just exert that energy, because it's not an easy job. So I kind of want to throw the ball in your court. And what's your why?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm very blessed to be at Aurora. Aurora is an unbelievable community. We have a great school academically. We're one of the top academic schools in the state. Our kids are so smart, come from great families. It's, I tell, cohorts in other schools, it's like we're in the 1950s here. We're in a little bubble a little bit, but the kids work so hard. They have a blue collar mentality, but, our why is, we're trying to prepare young men for life, and, our parents support that. And, bottom line is football is going to end for 99.9% of our young men. We had a kid make the NFL this year, AJ Barner, and that's a great goal. That's a great goal to have. But for the majority of our kids, they're going to go on to be good dads, good doctors, good lawyers, good teachers, good businessmen. And we want to make sure that our football program is help preparing them for that as well.
Absolutely. I don't think you could say it any more perfect. And yes, shout out to AJ Barton. Did catch a touchdown a few weeks ago for Seattle. Yeah. I think in the future will definitely make a lot of noise at that tight end position for Seattle. So you can hang your hat on that. But I think that the part that you're talking about, that ability to connect and be a bigger picture, it's lost at times. And that's why we love to take these opportunities to be able to step aside, talk with the coaches, kind of bring light to the community and what's going on. So we know that it's 9-0 matchup. With all that being said, leaving it all on the field, what are you telling, Coach, your Aurora faithful, all the community, the fan support for this fight? What's a message that you'd like to give them before I let you go and get back to your Wednesday?
Yeah, well, just do what they always do. Our home crowd is second to none. They show up early. They're loud. Our student section's unbelievable. Our community is unbelievable. And I know it's going to be standing room only Friday night. And we just want them to do what they always do. Get there early, be loud and proud, and support us and help give us that home field advantage that I know they're going to do.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, thank you so much for stepping aside and being able to talk with us here at the 330 to Go High School Football Show. Coach, we appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. Go Greenmen.
Absolutely.